So hello everybody. Excuse the like towels and sort of different situation. I'm currently in front of my fire, so that I can be cozy. And yeah, I was just out most of the day, so it's too chilly to sit anywhere else, and this is quite nice actually. And I was just giggling here because I heard this like thump happen on the roof. So if I have to leave in a second, maybe it wasn't a bird landing on my little living roof, but I'm pretty sure it was. Those wood pigeons sometimes have like a really awkward land. They sort of like as they go and land on my roof. And so I have a feeling that it just landed on the loud part of the roof. Anywho, so welcome. It is December 6th, 2023, and we're here for the Wednesday Soul Circle session. And yeah, if you want to join the Soul Circle, we actually do individual readings. I help each person who shows up to Soul Circle and giving wisdom and working through any challenges you might be going through in life, and sometimes doing healing work, sometimes bringing in oracle cards. So we call it an oracle session because it's sort of it's all encompassing of a bunch of different spiritual skills, but it's also a time for us to connect and a time for us to also hear what's going on in other people's lives and other people's journeys, because a lot of the times people who come to Soul Circle will notice that what's going on for them, someone else is going through something similar, and then they end up getting guidance from listening to other people's as well. So I'm always really touched that people in Soul Circle will go and watch the replays of things that they weren't there for because they want to actually get the messages for themselves. That, yeah, it makes me really happy actually that they continue to have value even after the time that we've done them. And now that I'm bringing these onto YouTube, these beginning sections, I'm hoping that they bring value to the public and YouTube as well. So if you're watching on YouTube and you'd like to be a part of the Soul Circle, you can just check out the links on my website, heartsfrontier.com, or you can see below. I'm sure I'm posting them. So what I wanted to chat about today was the hilarious difference between Sunday's energy and my energy today, Wednesday. And so I was explaining that I was really under the weather. I was feeling really, really low energy, and that I'd received healing in a shamanic healing circle the day before on Saturday. So I wanted to talk about what this kind of means to me, because people were like, oh, do you have a virus? Do you have a flu? And there's no real symptoms that happened after that one day. So it's a really bizarre occurrence. There was only a little bit of sort of recovery symptoms on the Monday, but Sunday was complete flat out. Like I was exhausted as soon as I got back from the healing. And it was really only queued up to that. And again, there weren't other lingering symptoms. And I'm back to a pretty well recovered version of myself now. And I was feeling pretty good yesterday as well. So, one of the reasons that I think this happens when you're on a spiritual healing journey, these sort of random, and so what I mean here is not to discredit actual physical occurrences, because physical occurrences are happening um all the time, and that was also a physical occurrence that was happening to me, but there was no other logical reason that I could find for the myriad of things that I was experiencing, and it did clear right as soon as the healing circle was complete, and it did clear, within less than 2 days after the fact. And so I attribute that to an energetic response, and like a purging. And so very much was like a purging and a deep rest time so that my body could let go of all of these things that had shifted, that were not necessary, et cetera, that hadn't been dealt with in the healing. So when I had entered the healing circle, I was going in with a specific intention. They delivered on that specific intention. The energy felt fairly supportive in the room. It was very light. It wasn't like super, super dark subject matter. It wasn't super trauma, tizing, and it wasn't also reinforcing any of my personal feelings of, fear or anything like that. It was really interesting actually how light I felt during it and after it, that I felt so extremely the opposite. I was so like lethargic is not even a good enough word for it on Sunday. And so, people could hear about me talking about this and go, is that even worth it? Because that sounds like not healing. That sounds like not what you want. But the truth is, I really, really deeply needed a reset, and I was struggling to figure out how to take it. And so that was a forced way of taking it. And that does happen to us sometimes, especially when we invite the idea of healing. So I go into the circle saying, hey, here's my intention. Here's what I'd like to have happen. That those results could still be pending. It starts at the healing circle, but it could still be happening, much after that. And it's the same with a shamanic healing session. You come and see me. We do some deep and intensive work together. We do a hypnotherapy session together or something. The effect that that has on you is still going to be playing out and playing out as things come up to your conscious mind. And so that's, I think, what was happening is that as soon as things had cleared out of the way, it made space. It made space then for me to be able to actually purge and let go of these energetic aspects of me that were just maybe dark and taking up space, or not needed. So really fascinating, but I feel so much better now. And I just want to talk about that. One other way that you could explain that would be like an ascension flu. So you get a bunch of light in, and then in order to make space for all the light, you've got to let go of some of that density, some of that darkness, some of the things that are going on in there that don't have a place anymore, don't have a purpose anymore. Let me know if anyone has questions here who's watching live. And then, of course, if you're watching in the YouTube, please feel free to write a comment. Let me know if you have any questions about this idea of if you've ever had a really, really light experience and then it felt like something kind of moved through you, or you were sort of, and it's different than, simple, you're really light and then you're just feeling kind of tired after that, but it's also not so different, I guess. It really can just be a larger version of that, or maybe I just really felt it, but no, I really couldn't even leave my bed. I don't remember being that sick or tired from, in a really long time. But that being said, the healing itself was so beautiful and so light, and the things that I'm getting out of it are already starting to show up. And the blessings from it, I feel I've already been working to integrate. So it may have just been like a rapid, intense kind of time of integrating as well. And that does happen. So integration, light, shamanic healing, ascension flu. These are some buzzwords that have come up for me today as far as what I wanted to share on this opening of our Wednesday circle. So again, on Sundays, I'm doing this collective energy reading for the week, oracle read for the week, and then we go into individuals. Wednesdays, I'm kind of talking about a specific concept, and then we'll go into individual check-ins, see how things are going. And so, yeah, if you want to join the Soul Circle, we're going to keep chatting. And so if you want to join us, then go ahead and join the membership. The folks who are in the circle would be happy to have you in it. It's a good way to test out working with me, to, just get some support on your spiritual journey, to get connected to some like-minded, sensitive folk. All the people in Soul Circle are currently working with me, have worked with me, or have graduated the Empath Energetics program. So it's a really special group of people. So I'm going to switch into that now, and we'll see you Sunday if I don't end up making any videos before then, YouTube. Okay.